Du liebst es, Brot zu backen, aber wusstest du, dass du dabei auch dein Englisch verbessern kannst? Heute zeige ich dir die wichtigen Tools, die du fürs Brotbacken brauchst und wie sie auf Englisch heißen. Lass uns gleich starten. Bevor du weiterschaust, lade dir auch gleich noch die Wortliste herunter, die ich verlinkt habe. Sie ist in Deutsch und du kannst beim Anschauen die englischen Wörter eintragen und lernst sie dabei gleich. Viel Spaß! Hello, my name is Ulrike. Welcome to my bakery. In this video, I would like to walk you through the most important machines, devices and tools that you need for baking bread. Of course, a kneading machine is always a good idea because it really makes the work easier. But if you don't have one, just try it out and perhaps you want to decide to buy one later. You can always use your hand mixer and the kneading hooks. Okay, so then we need parchment paper or baking parchment. You will probably have a spatula in your kitchen. You can also use that for baking. Then a collection of scrapers is a good idea, and they are not very costly. So this round one is nice for the bowl, and these rectangular ones are very good for dividing the doughs into pieces. Next, the kitchen scale. We always use that. Then you will probably have a whisk, or also very helpful is a Danish whisk. Very nice for doughs. Right, next. Your oven comes with a baking tray. Very useful is this baking tray, which is rimless. You see, it doesn't have a rim on 3 sides. So this helps you very much to push the bread into the oven. So if you don't have that, maybe you can think about it. This is not that necessary, but nice to have. That is a punched baking tray. You see that it has little holes. And the advantage is that the heat can also get to your bread or rolls from underneath. So I like to use this tray for baking rolls. Good. Then your oven, of course, also comes with a baking rack or an oven rack. We need that as well. And there are also cooling racks where you can put your bread or your flours to cool down after baking. If you don't have that, you can also just take your baking rack and turn it over. Okay, next, very nice to have is a linen cloth to cover your dough. But it's a nice to have. What also serves is a tea cloth. And that brings me to proofing baskets. I will say that in German. This is Gärkörbchen. They come in various forms, various shapes and sizes. For example, like this, or round ones, smaller ones, bigger ones. If you don't have them and you are trying yourselves out and don't know if you want to stick to this hobby, you can, as a substitute, you can also use a bowl and put a tea cloth in for the dough to rise to proof. Right, next, very important, if you buy flour or when you buy flour, put the flour out of the paper bag into a container that has a lid, because you don't want to have those little bugs that like to go into the flour. Right, and finally, we need a kind of a container for our dough to rise. So they also come in different sizes. Rectangular is very good. I will show you later why. You can also get, these very cheap ones for 3-4 euros. You can also, if you have one at home without a lid, no problem. Use a tea cloth or a towel to cover that for rising. Okay, so that's more or less it. Of course, there are other things on the market, but they are nice to have, but not urgently necessary. Kommentiere gern noch, welches Zubehör für dich ein Must ist. Bis bald, deine Ulrike.